as tastefully as I can say it, why didn't they get me to replace Chester when they started the band? Yeah, I just think I sing so well. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm fat. Too old. You can't upstage the OG. I wouldn't upstage him. It would nothing but, I have nothing but legitimate great respect for the man. I just think if you're going to talk about who can hit the notes perfectly, me. Show us your singing. I've become so numb. I can't feel the. So now do you see? Okay. You got about a lot of you are like, oh wait, I'm sorry, I made a joke. I bet a lot of you are pretty stupid right about now, huh? Oh, wait a minute. Wait, I didn't know he could actually cook like that. He's angelic. Cut it, print it, ship it. Well, that's what I'm saying. That now you get what I'm saying. Oh, it's kind of chilly in here. Wait, that's such a rarity. Usually it's too hot in my room, but now it's far too chilly. Ha! How are you? How's everybody doing? How's your Monday? It's Monday today? Damn, that week flies by. Private Mopey, thank you for the 2 months. Love your commentary and insights. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Jax S, thank you for the 17 months. Scumlord Studio, thank you for the 10 months. What the fuck? 10 months? This year hasn't been real? Well, this year has not been 10 months. But this year's been 5 months. So you must be thinking of last year as part of it. Intavovo, thank you for the 6 months. What up, Big A? David thank you for the 13. What up, my boy? Yeah, how's everybody doing? I got a second interview for a new job on Friday. All right, congrats. I mean, play it by ear. Everyone's doing like 8-round interviews now, so I can't tell what that means yet, but getting past first steps, big step. So, good shit. Congrats, W. Exile GG, thank you for the 5 months. R-Dubs back in the mod position. I found out after R-Dubs said something stupid and I timed him out that if you time out a mod, they lose their moderator power. R-Dubs been a mod for like fucking forever, and I took it away. And then he messaged me on Discord like, hey, were you trying to kick me out? Like, was that your goal? Is it just like that? No, it wasn't like that. As a fellow Lakers fan, what would you sacrifice for this OKC dub? Bro. I don't even know. I wouldn't want to be my brother's kidney right now. There's a lot of things I'd sell to give the Lakers a win here against OKC. It would be so fun. But I don't need to sacrifice. They're gonna win anyway on fundamentals. Lakers more like the bakers because they get that bread. Am I right? Fuck, he's good. You got bars like that in my chat? Shit. They're more like the bakers. That's fucking good. Doesn't make any sense, right? Because like it's a salary cap and everyone's paying. It's the idea that matters. Slink, thank you for the 8 months. Closing out my first semester of grad school with 3 classes and a full-time job. A bit overcommitted and dying. What, you're doing grad school and a full-time job? Yeah, that sounds tough. It sounds hard. It sounds difficult. I'll be honest with you. It's not as hard as being a streamer, but I like it sounds, yeah, comparable in a way. True. No, anyway, I wish you looked at. You know what it reminds me of? So I've been, we're just doing the banter portion, right? Let me tell you some banter. Here's the banter. I have been obviously playing Warcraft 3 because I've been like grinding it. The game's really fun. And Grubby introduced me. He's kind enough to do this, even though I dropped out of his tournament. He was kind enough to introduce me to a coach. And the coach is named Kevin. And he is also a grad student in Germany. And he's just about to graduate, I think. He's like doing his PhD or something. And he's been texting me. You know, he watches my replays and he gives me little tips. He's like, here, you should do this wrong, whatever. I found out. I found out that of all the people in the entire game that Grubby could have picked to be my coach, he picked this guy. And this clip gets back to him. Wait, I gotta show it to you. This is me randomly 2 days before he picks Kevin. Unless I have the NetEase Chinese client, which requires a Chinese phone number. Otherwise, I can't watch this replay. It's so fucking annoying. Listen, it pisses me off. So I can only watch bum-ass non-Chinese play. I gotta watch German Night Elves. I gotta watch second-tier German Night Elves named Kevin instead of a cool-ass guy named Life. What? How am I supposed to learn this game? I'm learning Kevin strategies. But literally, I'm learning Kevin strategies. And so I'm like in a Discord with this guy, and this clip hits him. I didn't know who he was. Bro. He's actually got great strategies. I was so wrong. Just his name was Kevin, bro. What did I expect? Oh, it's a tragedy. It's a disaster. My big mouth gets in front of my face. God forbid have a guy have a classic name like Kevin. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I've already dissed him, and now he's doing so much work to help me out and get better. It's incredible. It's I can't imagine if it was anyone else. That's so insane. They don't make guys named Kevin anymore. They really don't. I gotta say, I'm not the hugest Kevin fan as a name. The guy Kevin is great, but I ain't naming my kid Kevin. I'll tell you that. Hey, good day, Big A, from a project manager from construction turned automotive mechanic. Wow, interesting. 31 months. Thank you very much. Even in Germany, the name Kevin has a prejudice. Wait, what is that? What does that mean? Germans see a guy named Kevin and they say 9. No admittance. You can get your schnitzel elsewhere, Kevin. I don't think that's true. No joke? It's kind of bum. Are you guys being for real? Are you Kevin's like a Karen? Wait, Kevin named Germany. How would there's nothing. Kevinism is a German term for the practice of giving children. Wait, this is real? It's called Kevinism. It's a German term for the practice of giving children trendy, exotic sounding names as opposed to traditional German ones. It's an indicator of low social class. The participle example is Kevin. Because it comes from Kevin McAllister from the 1990 comedy film Home Alone? What the fuck? The word Alpha Kevin was for the time atop of the list 2015 German word of the year. You guys used to say Alpha Kevin? There's so much more Kevin German lore than I ever could have imagined. That's crazy. Dude, poor Kevin. First of all, it's an honor to be named after Kevin McAllister from Home Alone. That makes it way cooler. And secondly, it's so funny in Germany to be like, oh, an exotic, trendy sounding name like Kevin. Kevin's like the most boring fucking name you can imagine, bro. Whoa, okay. Getting a little too big for your leader house in there, buddy. Naming your kid Kevin? Who do you think you are, an influencer? It's Kevin. That is a hoot, bro. That is a hoot. I'm maligning my coach. You're right. You're right. You're right. But he's a great guy, by the way. Just to be clear, Germans when the name isn't Gunter Wiener. I'm just. This is not supposed to turn into a fucking 20-minute roast of Germany. The goal is to apologize to my coach for maligning his name, and now I've gone in the wrong direction. I've thrown it yet again. He is a really nice guy. Legitimately, he's been really helping me out with Warcraft 3. He's a fucking badass. I got to figure out what I want to do. I think I want to do like a show match with Hera, and then I got to quit Warcraft 3. Even though it is incredibly fun, I think I might cast the tournament with Grubby, but I just realized that I love the game and I could play it till fucking 1500 1600. Like, what am I doing? What's my point? Me and competitive 1v1 games and ladders is a horrible mix. It's actually, not even 1v1 games. You know what I saw today? You guys have to look at this. Okay. I saw this. It was going viral. This. Okay. This clip of fellow Warcraft player, Dantes, coaching Jinxie, and he gets his first win where he has the most kills.
Jinxie, I'm going! Fucking world! It's an Nexus! It's a fucking Nexus, Jinxie! Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! 10 kill win! Oh my god! 10 kill! And I broke the Nexus!
He's like about to cry.
20,000 damage! No, Jinxie, wait! Close your eyes and listen to the drop! You earned this! Yes! This is the most fun I've ever had in my life!
That's like such a peak clip. It's so fun. There's so many things funny about it, including him screaming 20,000 damage when it's the lowest on his team. But it's but what's funny is, like, if you saw this as someone who didn't play League of Legends, it's like, oh my god, what an incredible clip, and what a fucking fire line by Dantes to be like, close your eyes and enjoy the drop, you know? But from my POV, it's like watching a fucking drug dealer give heroin to a child. This is actually such a horrifying clip. Like, what I'm watching is like, it's like Dante's like tricking a man into ruining his life. Like, I'm seeing this guy, this sheer unbridled joy, and I'm like, dude, I can see the pain so far in your future, so close in your future. It's like, yeah, first hit is free, kid. It's horrible. It's like a horrifying clip. From my perspective, this is a horrifying clip. It's like a tragedy. It's like a slow motion car crash. I cannot imagine it. And then you think about the fact that not only is he ruining Jinxie's life, but Jinxie's an influencer with a huge audience. So I can literally see the spiraling of thousands of other people's lives getting ruined. I'm like seeing a flash forward of the hellscape, dude. It's Oppenheimer. I'm seeing ash rain from the skies. I'm seeing dark clouds. It's horrible. It's a horrible clip, bro. It's a horrible clip. It scares me. At least it's not Dota. No, the thing about Dota is, it's like, I don't know what Dota is a drug that's too hard. So you give it to someone, they're like, ew, and they quit. I'm not worried about rampant Dota addiction, because if you try to give Dota to a regular gamer, they'll vomit. They'll throw it up. But League, it's like cut with sugar. All right? So it's just enough to get you addicted, to get you hooked. And then it's over. Then it's over, bro. Sorry, I just got a message from Doug. You know, sometimes we share different YouTube comments to each other. I won't lie, because they're so funny. They're so insightful. You guys have just insightful YouTube comments. And it's a classic YouTuber thing to vent to other YouTubers about some comments. Lemonade Stand put out a clip where Doug gave his idea to fix the Strait of Hormuz. I don't know where it is. Here it is.
I have a proposal. If you feel like that's a little convoluted and confusing, if you go to the next one, Perry, there's this lovely graph by Blue.
Wait,
I think there's a
in the 2020.
social media is so. Just give me the YouTube sucks, bro. This one.
I have a proposal for
Yeah.
you guys. Oh, sorry.
Okay,
this
it's like Tokyo drifting the
This
strait.
is a map of
All right, look.
do the same thing as Iran and block the Djibouti Strait, and then we're in the sea.
He
right?
says-
Because then,
Sort of
once
the
boats-
safe zone.
Once the boats are there, we're scot-free. The problem? Lebanon, run by Hezbollah, who's an Iranian ally.
that actually wasn't the problem I was thinking of.
So
I was
he-
thinking of a different problem in Lebanon right now.
Gentlemen, there is one
made this
obvious
idea, right?
solution.
Okay.
You go north through Iran to the Caspian Sea. What is the single problem with that?
The single
The
problem.
single problem.
The single problem with
Is that the Caspian Sea is not a sea, it's a big lake.
It's a big.
So then
I
our
did
boats
know
are
that.
stuck
Imagine
in the
figuring
Caspian
that out when you finally
Sea.
get there.
Once you're in the Caspian Sea, we just need one more canal. You go east. You go across Kazakhstan, across China, across all of Mongolia, across China again, across Russia, and then you're
So, are there any clues in this clip that Doug is joking, or do we think we played it too close to the chest? Okay, none. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because we're not joking. This is a serious discussion. And so that's why I sent this YouTube comment to Doug, because I thought it was really, really insightful. This dude is severely underestimating the amount of logistics, time, and money to do such a canal. Just because the majority of them is a long ditch doesn't make canals easy to build. Also, Saudi Arabia has elevation. It's not all close to sea level, and the route this video laid out goes through a section that's 150 meters above sea level. What's the bonus is that he edited it. He fucking edited it. He was writing it, and he's like, you know what? I really need to include the part about elevation. Fucking awesome, dude. Fucking awesome. I love that. I appreciate when people give their insight. Really, really helps. How the hell are you? How the hell are you? How get him on the pod? I would love his wisdom would go for miles. You didn't redact his name? Year of Kindness is last year, bro. Get him. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Year of health. Still mental health. Gifties ignored? Nuh-uh. Mix the V-Loan with the Rick. Thank you for the 5 gifties. Bruh Man LLC. Thank you for the 5 gifties. Did either of you have a message? You said, hey, Big A, I ripped your Microsoft acquisition of Blizzard. No, I ripped your Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard Migrating Monday from my accounting class. I hope it gets an A. Okay, so that 5 gift, it wasn't like, hey, I support the content. It was like, hey, I'm feeling guilty because I stole your shit wholesale for a class. So here's fucking $12. Thanks, bro. Hey, that's fair. That's a deal. Hey, job's done, bro. I appreciate that. You paid for it. You earned it. And then Mix the V-Loan said, off the Addy, Big A, what do you suggest I fix first in my dumb chud life? I'm sorry. Tough messages, bro. Tough messages for me to solve. It sounds like you got it all figured out. You got fun slang. Fix first in your dumb chud life. I guess I would say probably if you're at the point where you think you have a dumb chud life, I would honestly fix gifting subs to streamers to ask them for life advice. That's the, that's the. This is ironically good life advice, but I would say that would be the first thing I would fix because I think it's going to drain finances quicker than it will give you help. Although I did just give you great help. So, is there any problem with Klarna-ing things if you don't need to do it monetarily? I just don't want to feel left out on the Klarna trend. No, there's no problem. It's actually so sick. Like you have a wallet full of cash. You're like, can I Klarna that? With a sly smirk, a little Mona Lisa smile as you fucking. Can I split that into 4 payments? I can pay for it now, but. Sure. Yeah, you can do that. Even that, though, I would advise against if I'm being legitimate because it's scientific fact. Hands up, scientific fact. You spend more when you Klarna. Your brain does not feel the loss aversion. You know, when you buy something, you take money out of your wallet and pay it, you feel like, ow, this is painful. It makes you, but with Klarna, you don't feel any of that. So you just go, I buy. It's monopoly money. I was one-handed. You can't 6-7 when I'm only using one hand. It has to be like this. By the way, 6-7 might be dying. 6-7 might be dying, bro. I was at the Lakers game, and when they did the fan cam on kids in the crowd, normally they always do 6-7. This time, only one kid did 6-7, and the audience response wasn't there. It feels dead, bro. It feels dead. Only one? Well, I've been saying I've been to a lot of games this season, and like normally it's like every single kid, one after the other, 6-7. If any camera is on them at all. But now they just smiled and waved, or they like. The problem is it'll never leave your head like saying Among Us. True. Yeah, I mean, like most of you, a huge portion of my brain storage is filled with absolute horseshit internet bullshit meme crap. That just takes up fucking storage space from real knowledge. It makes it so when the guy in the fucking museum is getting up there to go find the knowledge, he has to go past fucking 400 statues of Among Us and Sussy and Sussy Baka and he's an electrical and just stupid brain rot horseshit just to find like the one memory I need. How is Year of Health going? It's going good. I'm not working out as much as I want to, but I am playing basketball as much as I want to. Did I tell you guys that I have a basketball trainer once a week? I got a coach. And did I also tell you that he coaches primarily 12-year-olds? He's got like, this is a one-on-one thing. So it's not like me and kids, right? But it's me and the coach, but I'm like his only student in their 30s. I got to imagine. I got to imagine. He like most of his clients are parents that are paying him to make their kid get on the team or whatever. Do you practice with the kids? No, it's one-on-one. He actually, I got some bread, so he just comes to me. I'll be honest with you. He drives out to me, comes to the court near my place, and then he trades. Big A Among Us. Yeah, true. But it is kind of funny because it's just different with me. So I get gassed easier. I'll be honest with you. What's one thing you learn is taking lessons? I don't think I do basketball lessons to learn some. Most lessons in general are not about teaching you some arcane fact that unlocks something for you. It's more about like, hey, I need someone to keep me consistent on doing real drills and not just shooting around and wasting time. And also like to watch my form and, like that's the idea. That's the point of like a coach usually. Get a sports psychologist for the mental. My mental's fine. I don't need a sports psychologist for shoot around on Sunday. Read the inner game of tennis. I have read it actually. It was a trend back in 2014 for every Melee player to read the inner game of tennis because top player PPMD said it was part of his regimen. However, PPMD that year, or like January of the next year, won his last tournament and then disappeared and never played again. So I don't know how helpful it was. What is this? New York Times. Oh yeah, Pablo Torre won an award, a Pulitzer for audio reporting for their work on the LA Clippers and Kawhi Leonard. Hey, thanks for the gifties, Blitzkrieg 1337 Leet. You said, this is what you said with the 5 gifted. You used $25 to say, I don't want high-speed rail. If it's faster and cheaper for New Yorkers to come down here, then more will come, and they are annoying. None of them can drive for shit, and they are verbally abusive to everyone who has a job. They're like orcs in the Shire. They should stay in hell. Can I say fundamentally, your attitude is why we can't have nice things as a country? Is that, we all don't like each other. That's the worst part of this country is that we don't like each other, bro. Everybody hates each other. Oh, I don't want to build a train because people might go on the train to come where I live. It's such a mean-spirited line of thought. Oh. Trains should just be one way, huh? Notice how Big A didn't say he's wrong? Well, I mean, after Mamdani communism turns all of New York City into Sharia law, people are going to flee that place on trains in every direction. And so you're going to have like a refugee crisis across the whole eastern seaboard. And that is a problem. You see that Bright Line's in trouble? Yeah, we're talking about it tomorrow on LS, so I'm kind of going to hold off there. I sometimes get accused of, not accused, but sometimes I feel like I double dip on a talking point. So I'm just trying to split them up. Mom Donnie Stan. How does it feel that I watch your content more than I work? You are saying that like a praise of my content. More likely it's a indictment of your work ethic. More likely it's that you don't want to do any fucking work and that content of any type will fill the void. And I happen to be that guy right now, but I don't think it's like I've created some sort of crack cocaine that's pulling you away from work. I think it's noise. You see the Pawn Star guy went to the White House? I did see this. So right after I talk about how pawn shops doing well is a recession indicator, and we're seeing like a huge surge in pawning, and it's like clearly a bad thing. If pawn shops doing well, even just think about it, it's clearly a bad thing. Trump has the Pawn Stars guy come out and say how great the economy is because pawn shops are doing well.
I just want to say he's amazing. He's done so much. I mean, so much for all of us. I mean, the backbone of this country is small business, plain and simple. And the last.
There's a difference between small business and pawn shop. Pawn shop is a specific type of small business. It's like if it's like if a drug dealer was up there. I'm just so glad my small business is doing so well. It's like if your small business is specifically that, it's a problem.
Guy in office, all we heard was that we were the evil people, we were the bad people, everything else like that. We don't pay our fair share, whatever that's supposed to be. And he made it tough. And this guy, the big beautiful bill, absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? God bless you for letting me get 100% depreciation. It really helps out. And all I can say is this is literally. I mean, I'm a history buff, and I know a lot about this White House thing and everything. Literally, he's going to go down as maybe the best president ever. I love it.
Do you have an expert you could call? Do you have a friend or an expert? This may not be your area of expertise. Is there somebody you could call to get a second opinion? Damn, that's loud. Wow, that's awesome. The irony, just having a celebrity pawn shop guy, get up there and say, hey, thanks for letting me get 100% bonus depreciation off my taxes, and pawn shops are thriving. This is great. The last guys thought we were evil. You're going to be the greatest. You're going to go down in history as the greatest president of all time. Sorry, Lincoln in Washington. We have the guy that allowed me to take more off taxes for fucking hawking people's valuables. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm a bit of a history buff. Dude, that's such a funny thing. I'm a history buff. Believe me, I know my shit. So let me tell you, I am 100% well researched when I say that Donald Trump, you are going to be the greatest president of all history. Yeah, I mean, we're in the fucking end game, bro. We're in the good times. Have you seen the attempt to nationalize Spirit Airlines? I could talk about Spirit Airlines, but Spirit Airlines discussion pisses me off because they're trying to. Here's what I'll say about Spirit Airlines. Okay, here's what I'll say about fucking Spirit Airlines. Spirit Airlines. I need an image to go with this. Yeah, Spirit Airlines, low-cost airline provider here in the United States, just went out of business. Okay, part of that is due to the rapid increase in price of jet fuel coming out of Strait of Hormuz. A while back, let's say a year and a half, Spirit Airlines was in talks to be purchased by JetBlue, and Lena Khan blocked it on anti-monopoly grounds to prevent increased consolidation in the airline space. And so now that Spirit has failed, a bunch of people are coming out of the woodwork to say, oh my God, Lena Khan killed Spirit Airlines. She ruined Spirit Airlines. But here's the fucking deal, okay? Here's the deal. The reason it is bad that Spirit Airlines is going out of business is because as a low-cost airline user, you want to have the ability to say, fuck you, I'm going to go with a different airline. If someone like JetBlue is treating you bad, you can go, fuck you, I'm going somewhere else. If Delta's treating you bad, fuck you, I can go somewhere else. Letting someone else buy it wholesale is the same problem. Right now, when Spirit Airlines fails, all of its airlines and staff and flights are going to get bought up by other airlines. The same thing is going to happen, okay? There's no difference. The only difference is that if there wasn't a massive spike in jet fuel prices, and if Spirit actually had a fucking God's chance in hell of getting its shit together, then you would have had a competition. And in a healthier airline economic situation, another provider could buy the the airplanes that are now up for sale from Spirit and open up a new competitor. The problem is there's just so much fucking red tape to get into the business. So I'm frustrated with the idea that antitrust caused this and not Spirit's piss poor management and the unexpected shock of Strait of Hormuz. Okay? That's why I wanted to give a bit of context on this. And again, I want you to understand the counterfactual here is that all of Spirit is owned by a different one of the big four airlines, and they raise prices anyway. It's not, there was no good outcome. Are the margins that thin? At Spirit level, they are. So Spirit is a pretty low-cost airline by American standards. It's not Ryanair cheap. By the way, we should have a Ryanair in America. Spirit isn't even close. The fact that we don't have a super actual true budget airline in America sucks. Why don't they just choose it to go back? Anyway, the second part of the story is that the government attempted to bail out Spirit and take a national stake in it, which again, I'm against. But that was actually blocked by, I believe, the debt holders of Spirit. Because the way it works is, okay, let's say a company has a pile of money this tall. I need a thicker pen here. This is how much money they have, okay? And this is how much money they owe. It's GG, end of the line. They can't borrow anymore, end of the line. It's time to declare bankruptcy. How do you split up this amount of money into all the money that's owed? How do you do that? It's the big question, all right? You have this much, like this has to be distributed, but who gets it? So there's different tranches of debt holder, okay? I don't know the names of all of them, but the more senior ones get paid first, okay? These people who own the most senior level of debt, they get paid first. So all of this stuff makes them whole. Then they pay these guys, then they pay these guys, and then it runs out. And then people at the end, usually like shareholders, honestly, like common shareholders, they get fucking nothing. There's nothing left. Workers, probably pension plans. Okay? That's how much doesn't get paid out. So the reason the bailout was not accepted by Spirit Airlines vote is that the senior debt holders, some part of the bailout was that they would not necessarily get all their money back. But under this current bankruptcy, they will. So I don't think there should be a bailout, but it's actually a fucked reason to stop it. But also it's worth saying that like they paid extra to have this level of debt protection, and now they're not going to get full. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little complicated, but at the end of the day, that is what it is. And I want you to understand it because I think there's a lot of slander going out on Lena Khan's name over what was an attempt to prevent increased consolidation and monopoly in the airline industry, which, people say it's low margin, and it is low margin, but the airlines are notoriously poorly run here in America. They just do quite a poor job, to be quite honest. And I really do think, other airlines have found ways to have increased service, better quality, make profits, and not have to overcharge. So I think we got problems in ours. I would love to see a Ryan. If you guys know what Ryanair is, Ryanair is a European low-cost airline. It's like a bus with wings. I mean, they're super duper cheap. Kind of looks like this. It's like a Greyhound bus with wings. It's like these plastic seats. But you can get like anywhere in Europe for like $15. I mean, like it's cheap, bro. When Ari and I were first started dating, my family lived in Germany. We flew all over on this for no money. It was awesome. And And so it would be really cool to have something more like this in America to get around, or trains, but is Ryanair like a super cruise thing? Yeah, it's like the Northern Line super cruise, but it's gonna be a flight. It's gonna be the reason he canceled the cruise is because he's gonna make a Zeppelin. It's gonna do a world circumnavigation with all of his favorite chatters. So send me a gifted sub, I'll get you on the list. I'll get you on the list. He put me in charge of putting together the list. So Short Spirit, it is a bankrupt company. It's too late, my friend. It's too late. Hey, Big A, question for your business-sided mind. With how many jobs now require internet, do you think the government should be improving rural areas? And if so, a general idea of how much the expense might help hurt the economy? Yeah, bro. I mean, so we have, this is a perfect timing because I just got fiber internet for the first time after being under the Spectrum monopoly for years and years and years and hating it. Most of America's internet providers have stopped competing with each other. They've sectioned off the country into blocks where they don't compete, and it's one provider, and they can charge whatever the fuck they want and give you shitty service. Okay? Most people only have one choice, and that choice can fuck them over. So you want multiple choices. In areas where there's multiple choices, people get faster internet, lower prices. It's incredible. In the absence of that, because internet has become like infrastructure, it's become like, water or sewage or, it's a basic good for people's lives. Places like Chattanooga did a citywide fiber internet for the city. They used tax dollars to build fiber internet for the city. Everyone gets it low cost. That shit worked out super well. Gig City. Yeah, everyone has gig internet in Chattanooga. When they did that, not only did Chattanooga see an increase in like business startups, tech startups, people satisfaction, shit moving to that city from outside, like it literally worked incredibly well economically, had knock-on benefits, but people really enjoyed it. And so the companies, the provider companies like Spectrum and Cox Cable, Cox and Spectrum. What are the other ones? Who are the ones you hate that you all have? Spectrum's the one on my mind, but I'm blanking. Comcast, Verizon, yeah. Xfinity, yeah. So they, when they saw that happen in Chattanooga, freaked out and went around lobbying like city by city, county by county, state by state across the country and banning cities from doing that. Like getting politicians to write laws that prevent them from ever doing that. Which is crazy. Because they are so afraid of what happened in Chattanooga spreading. So to answer your long-term question, I think with the internet being as important, there will be some negative effects. Don't get me wrong. I do think everyone in the country having access to fucking gig speed internet is only going to accelerate us holding up in our homes and watching 9 screens until we bleed out of our ears. But whatever, it's a resource. I do think it would be a smart idea to have, I think we had a nationwide, which president was it? I'll get this correct. I guess it was FDR. Yeah, wow. Good shit, FDR. That was I thought, but I was like, that didn't sound right. My Yeah, so in 1935, 9 out of 10 rural homes didn't have electricity. And FDR did a nationwide campaign to electrify the country. He's like, it doesn't matter the cost, it'll be worth it to have everybody on the same grid. And so they built out an electrical grid across the country that went to all rural areas. And so, it was more expensive. Like, not every route or branch was profitable, but it made a nationwide standard of electrification that allowed a lot of prosperity. And I think a similar thing would be good. It would be a good project to have that you'd feel the immediate impact. I think it would be a good political win, to be honest. I think if a president came in and said, we are going to do a national fiberification. We're going to make everyone in America have access to gig speed internet at a low cost. That's our progress. That's the plan. And it's not a major thing. I don't even know if it would be like an incredibly good outcome. I just think it would be like, it's something that Americans could easily see as an instant win. And you just roll it out, you build it out. I think it'd be really good. I think it'd be awesome. There'd be some jobs involved in setting it up. And I think it's a good like baseline level of infrastructure that allows private businesses to thrive on top of it. You know, there's a lot of internet-based businesses that would benefit from this. It would just be good. I think it would be good. People would have more money in their pocket at the end of the month to spend on other things. Didn't they try this already and the company stole the money? They tried, not exactly what I'm talking about, but yes, certain plans like this have been diluted, but it's the same problem. It's where it's really a effectiveness crisis, bro. It's an effectiveness crisis. It's the leaky pipe syndrome. It's the problem is like we spend the money and then the middlemen, no one follows through, no one checks. No one is fucking on task. The incentives are not there. You get the credit for announcing it, and then someone gets rich not doing it. But the problem is not only did the politician not follow up, but the public doesn't follow up. It's like we're so used to being grifted, we don't go like, hey, where's that thing you promised? I'm mad at you. So you really want you got to build the culture from the ground up of transparent check-ins that the public grows to expect and watch for. But everyone's brains pulled in 19 different directions, so it's tough. Atrioc, I don't gift you subs because Twitch will not give you 100%. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. As long as you're watching, I appreciate that. I mean, actually, I don't care about it on Twitch, but if you watch on YouTube, on Twitch, if you're in here, you better say some funny shit, bro. Otherwise, zip it. I hear in Clancyville they still use smoke signals because they banned internet. It's actually a common rumor. Clancyville has a digital firewall even stronger than China's. Inside Clancyville, it's an entirely second Clancy net where all data packets flow through his main server in Clancy Tower. Okay? He has complete control, complete access to all of your data and everything you send or upload or download. The smoke is from the factories where most people work 14-hour shifts. Okay? What's your opinion on Starlink giving rural people options? Yeah, it's great. Listen, I don't know how many times I gotta say it, but I want to say it over and over again because I want you to repeat it to other people. The only economic freedom comes from options. Nothing else. You must have options. That's the only economic freedom. Not one person doing it, not even just the government doing it. You need to have options. Options. The ability to say, fuck you, I'll go elsewhere. If you don't have that, that is a problem. You eventually will get abused or get worse service or be degraded. Not zero DT options. You need to be able to say, fuck you, I'm going somewhere else. And when you have that, if you can think about in your life, areas where you have that, it's rare now in this economy. But if you have it, you notice that's where people are most happy. That's where they like the quality of what they're getting. where everyone has to compete for their dollar. That's basically what I'm saying is 0 DTE options on Spirit Airlines. Yeah, you got the crux of it. You got the crux of it. Can I get your opinion on the EU's governing methods and how slow they are to everything, especially if there's over regulation? Yeah, this is a problem in the EU, bro. We interviewed this German entrepreneur. He was talking about. I wish I had his slides. He gave me some great slides. He was talking about. He like compared how quickly he was able to start a business in it wasn't California. That's kind of hard too. Some state in America, and then in Germany. And he was like, in Germany, it was like a 50-step process. At one point, if you have a partner in the business and you both sign a contract, you have to hire someone from the government to come out and read the contract out loud to both of you. And if you ever make a change to it ever again, they have to do the same thing. So, they literally have an absurd level of convolution, and it has like measurable impact on people's willingness to give it a shot. Like the people willingness to like try something is very diminished because there's so many hoops you got to go through. You know, it's like most things, there's a middle ground. People hear the word deregulation and they think, oh my God, it's going to dump toxic waste in the fucking ocean. No, you shouldn't deregulate that. But obviously there's some rules that are stupid. And in some situations, we don't have enough rules. You know, people always want a magic solution. Like, oh, the solution is to regulate. The solution is to deregulate. No, it's not either of those. It's to be smart. The solution is to have smart, competent people making rules that make sense and following up on them. But that's hard. But that's the only real solution. Everything else is just stupid. It's people fucking talking about their ideals. None of those work. It's like, I always think about it like, if you had a team of 5 randos playing against the U.S. Olympic team in basketball, and it's like you have 2 coaches, and you're both debating. You know, I think we should do a 3-point strategy. I think we should pound the paint. And it's like the problem is you're not good enough. Whatever strategy you have doesn't matter. You are not good. You don't have Steph Curry. It doesn't matter. Whatever you're saying it is, like whatever you think the X's and O's are, you don't have the requisite level of quality. And I think most online debates don't understand that, like, we need to get to step 1, which is have non-corrupt, high-quality, engaged people in the job. That's the number 1 problem. The differences of opinion don't matter when they can't execute. No one can execute. This is a China example, but I legitimately think, you know, a lot of China's system leads them to make mistakes they wouldn't otherwise make. But they are excelling anyway because they have a baseline level of competence. They just get competent people. They're vetted, competent people. And so even if there's like bad incentives, they have a lot of problems. There's actually many, many problems. I really need to make that video because I talked to a lot of people in China, especially younger people, and there are things worth bringing a light on. But like at the end of the day, like it's just so hard to point at that when you have someone like, I gotta say it, but Trump, who's just not competent. We have so much, or like the A1 lady, or like Kash Patel, or like, there's so many incompetent people. It doesn't matter what their ideals are. It doesn't matter. They're just not, they're not good at their jobs. It's not like I disagree on tax policy. It's like, you can't do your job. You can't like effectively hire people, see a task through to completion. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And that's why we're really getting fucked. More than anything else, that's why shit is getting so sour. It's because we don't have competence. Mm, 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 mm. Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. You think lack of control over the monetary policy within individual EU countries is truly damaging and unfair? Monetary union go burr. I do think the EU has a structural problem that eventually is going to become a reality, which is that they share a currency, but they do not share a bank. And which means each EU country has their own policy. You know, they can print and borrow at their own rates. And if one of them does it worse, the problem is spread across all of them. They have a banking system, I know, but they have individualized fiscal policy. And so it just creates this race to the bottom. The ECB does not have the authority. If you're saying literally the European Central Bank, you don't understand enough to even talk about this. Because you're not understanding what I'm saying. You're not. It is an incentive that is mismatched. It's unfair for countries to do it. Yeah, exactly. Essentially this. The incentive is wrong. And so countries that are more fiscally responsible are actually hurt by it and end up helping countries that aren't. And it creates an incentive to be more irresponsible. So that's like the problem. I'm not saying that whatever. Every area has problems. People should recognize that. People I hate the most are nationalists. I thought I realized that. People who are too nationalistic, it's impossible to talk to. They're just so frustratingly annoying. It's like, get over it, bro. I mean, I'm not saying don't have pride in your country. I have pride in my country, bro. But it's like, I think having pride in your country is like recognizing its faults and wanting to learn from other countries and figuring out how to get better. And I'm just annoyed with talking with people who. It's like I'm extremely critical of my country, but I think the problem is because I'm so critical of my country, despite being patriotic about it, I attract a lot of people who don't share my ideals. They just want to feel better about themselves by shitting on my country. Like I realize that I attract a lot of people who don't really share the idea of like, yeah, let's criticize where criticism is due, and they want like to feel better. It's like a mental. So it's annoying. Basically, those car videos people don't want on loans. Yeah, sometimes I feel like that too. Sometimes with financial stuff, where I'll show like people struggling or like try to make it a problem, and I realize that some people are watching it not out of like, damn, this sucks, but out of like, this makes me feel good because my situation's not that bad. I just realized the mental model of some people is like it's backwards, bro. I don't know, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, it's like the Caleb Hammer model, to be honest. I'm not doing that intentionally, but sometimes you get those people. Are you a red or blue button presser? I would easily press blue. I feel like you should tell that from my content. If I haven't made it clear that I'm a blue button presser, then I haven't done my job. No, I'm blue all day. I'm blue all day, but only because I just don't want to hang out with the red button pressers. You know what I'm saying? If the world is only red button pressers, it's fucked, dude. It's the worst world. I just don't want it. It's not that they're not fucking mathematically right, but it's like, oh my God, please shut up. I'm pressing green button, kills them both, and myself. that's the most millennial Tumblr shit I ever said, bro. um, uh, mm, mm, mm. What's this post? Atrioc, I'm a data center engineer turned project manager, kind of waiting for operations manager to retire, making 110K full remote. I don't know, man. I don't, you're more in the weeds than me. Sorry, I'll put up a message. It sounds like you know your industry well enough. I wouldn't ask me, bro. Let me not overstate my ability to plan your future and life out for you. I played 8 games of Warcraft 3 today, bro. I did read some news, but let's not overstate how I can. It sounds like you got a good thing going. I wouldn't fuck with it right now, especially. Mm, mm, My dad works for the government in the military. He's conservative, but he says the government controls the weather and climate change is not real. Should I trust him or not? You should trust him. He's got authority. He's giving you fucking golden knowledge, and you're not even thanking him. You're over here whining in my chat, bro. You need to be out there. You need to ask him more questions. Silence, children. Fucking dad in the military speaking. You know, if the government controls the weather, they better fucking make sure it doesn't rain on Sunday again. Fucked up my basketball game. It's LA. It shouldn't be raining ever. We should somehow have water, but no rain. By the way, you see my hand warmers? That's how fucking committed I am. I got fucking digital hand warmers. Get my hands fucking crispy for when I play Warcraft. Why are your palms so white? I've been gripping this. Who you got winning in a fight? Who you got winning in a fight? Thanos or Prime Bart Simpson? People would say Thanos, but Prime Bart was a rascally scamp, dude. Prime Bart knows his way. He knows how to get in his head. Washed Bart Simpson of today, maybe not, but I think Prime Bart clears. I would give it to Prime Bart. Just get one of those. Get one of those hot dog glizzy rotators to warm those hands. You know what? I've come full circle. I appreciate the people still cooking up glizzy humor in 2026. You got to give them credit. They've been doing this year in and year out for 6 years now. And they still see an opportunity to force in a glizzy joke and they do it. I mean, you have to give credit where credit is due, bro. That takes commitment. That takes sheer force of will. Yeah, I'm impressed. I'll say it. I'm impressed. What about what else did I wanted to talk about stuff? Uh, I'm misremembering what I wanted to talk about. I had notes. I mean, I have a presentation on Zuckerberg, but I'm doing it tomorrow morning, I believe, on account of there's like 3 slides at the end I want to add. Zuck. And I think the presentation got a little too long. Honestly, I look at it right now. How many slides is it? It is fucking 71 about Zuck's dumbass. The problem is I added this whole thing about the Mag 7 and the earnings, and it kind of went off the rails, bro. So, just send it? Nah, I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to talk about Putin, that's for sure. Do you see that Putin is like, he's fearing assassination. He has stepped up his anti-assassination security protocols and gone fully isolated. He's in an underground bunker micromanaging the war. Isn't he always? Apparently much increased in recent weeks. I was reading it here in the FT. He knows you're watching. The Kremlin's concern over a coup d'etat or an assassination attempt involving drones has intensified sharply. Interesting. Spending more time in bunkers. Staff, including cooks, photographers, and bodyguards, have been barred from taking public transport and using mobile phones around him. Yeah, this is going to sound cringe, but there's actually a... if any of you have read it, I'm not saying you should read it. It's really not good, but it's stuck in my brain. There's a 48 laws of power about this. Law 18. Law 18 of the laws of power says, do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. And it argues that, you know, if you withdraw from the world to seek security, it cuts you off from, ironically, the people and alliances and connections that would give you more security. It makes you a target. It makes you immobile and leads to more weakness rather than strength. And I do think there's some truth to that. You end up only talking to a few sycophants around you. It sounds like an anti-vaxxer argument. Isn't it the opposite? I mean, you know, a real life example of this is like, you know how when you're feeling burnt out or you're feeling overwhelmed, sometimes your response is to cut everyone off and go isolated. And you think it's like helping you heal, but often it's making things worse, it's making you more vulnerable and alone. Perhaps you should cut back on some of the work you're doing or whatever, but the idea that you need to like detach from everything is generally a backfiring strategy. You know, there's a lot of benefit in having people who you interact with who can vouch for you in rooms you're not in. Being totally isolated is usually a weakness for humans, not a strength. What about isolated? Like my chain is so nice, so diamond that people can't be near me. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that makes total sense. Obviously. Yeah. If your chain is icy enough, people won't want to be near you because it'll make them look bad by comparison, but that's not your fault. It's on them, not you. They have to learn how to deal with that. Did my IBEE about the car industry within Russia, and damn, they are so reliant on China, it's insane. Dude, most industry, Russia in general is like a gigantic patient on a feeding tube to China. I mean, it's a vassal state is really what it is. It's a vassal state to China. China provides them like every level of advanced manufacturing, expertise, know-how, cars, electronics, and then Russia gives them oil and gas. Isn't that more symbiotic? Not really. Unless you felt Russia was developing advanced industry, but they're not really. They're just a natural. It's like saying, the cobalt mine in Africa is symbiotic with, with the chip manufacturers. Like one person gets all the high-end margin and profit, and one person gets their resources extracted. They make money off it. I mean, Putin, it's symbiotic with Putin because he makes money for his, but it's not symbiotic for the Russian economy. And also having only one key partner, which is China, means China can choose the price. Or at least has a lot of, not anymore, by the way, not after the Strait of Hormuz. Now oil's in such demand, bro. Now everyone's bidding. China doesn't need Russia, but Russia needs China. Yeah, I mean, China would be in a tough spot without Russia, I would say, right now, with Hormuz being closed. But before that, can you watch the GameStop CEO video on CNBC? You can link me. Maybe I'll watch it. I know it's off topic with how many problems and delays California's high-speed rail has had. Do you think it's decapped high-speed rail or even normal passenger rail? There's definitely a... Well, I don't know if it's kneecapped it, but what I'll say is this. There's an alternative world where California's high-speed rail was built on time and on budget, and people liked it. And in that world, people from all over the country that visit California would be like, damn, that's pretty nice. And then the demand for it in other states would rise. But instead, California's got nothing to show for it and a ton of money spent. And so nobody else even bothers. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more of a sad thought of what could have been. I think people would respond really positively to a successful train, whoever gets it. Thanks for the sub, Carol BSH. Carol, thank you for the 22 months. Much appreciated. The Omen, thank you for the Prime. Just the Claude, thank you for the 63 months. Carter Turbo. 63 months. He said 4 months until the best resub of my life. I'm going to put a note. I look forward to your 6-7. Just the Claude. I'll ban you the day before. All right, GameStop CEO. Let's see. This is peak. Far be it from me to ignore peak. Ryan Cohen.
Invariably, the audience, and I know a lot of people are going to ask, how does the math for you? Given the price tag, $56 billion, given the market cap of GameStop, which is a fraction of that. I know you have this $20 billion financing letter from TD, but sort of walk us through how you could get to that price and how it would work.
It's on our website. It's half cash, half stock, but the details are on our website.
Can you help? I've read them, but can you help our audience understand them?
Yeah. Which part exactly?
Well, I think we could start with the idea that the market cap of GameStop is, call it, $11 billion. You have $9 billion on your balance sheet. Arguably, if you're providing effectively all of your stock, and then the cash that gets you to 20, you have this letter from TD. That's another 20. We're now at 40, but we're still off by, call it 16. And the 20, as far as I understand, while it's considered a highly confident letter, meaning TD saying they're highly confident that they would provide the financing, it's not locked financing.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I hear you. I understand that. I'm just trying to understand where the rest of the money would come from.
Wait, this clip is so peak.
It's half cash, half stock.
Dude, you don't have the cash.
I hear you. I'm just saying that math doesn't get you to the price that you're offering.
So,
Brian, that's a pretty
so
straightforward question.
what are
I
you
don't get
saying?
it. Like, where's the rest of the money coming from? Andrew laid it out pretty clearly.
I don't understand your question. We're offering half cash, half stock, and we have the ability to issue stock in order to get the deal done. But the full details of the offer are on our website.
But you're on our air. We thought we...
You know what's fucked? Is there's some fucking guy on Reddit watching this clip right now going, holy shit, he's a genius. These fucking idiots in the lamestream media can't even see what they're so far behind. He's so base. Look at his leather jacket. And they're just dumping their money into GameStop right now. Jesus Christ, bro. It's a failing games retailer. Most of you that are pumping it don't even shop there. And you think that them taking on, at best, if they magically pulled a rabbit out of their hat, taking on 3 times the value of the entire company in debt, in a high interest debt, to buy eBay is going to turn things around? It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, Pokemon cards. It's so crazy because they couldn't even follow this clip, let alone what I'm saying. They just think, oh yeah, Pokemon cards are kind of hot right now. This is a great idea. And they dump their fucking hard-earned money into GameStop, into this fucking guy's pocket, this grifter. It's so frustrating, but I'm kind of beyond it. Like I said, there was a Coffee Soul clip earlier this year. I'm just beyond it, bro. I used to be really worked up about trying to if you keep falling for this, nothing can save you. We are in an era where you're not going to make it. I don't know how to tell you. There's too many scams per minute in the 2020s for you to survive if you listen to this and you go, damn, this guy's cooking. I can't cover them all. Anyway, I gotta pee.
We'd get...
What is it? Listen.
So, but I don't understand your question.
They laid it out so clearly.
So, Ryan, sorry, it's Melissa Liebeck at the
Why did he even go on CNBC? It's he looks so pissed to be there. That's crazy. To mog them? To auraform? You're right. You're right. It's a different economy. How did GameStop stock do today? Shit take 10%. Damn, shit take 10% in a day. Fuck me. Michael Burry's dumping his GameStop stock? That's so funny. Desperation, bro. Desperation. Wait. You got wait. We got an example? Wait. What is this? From R Super Stonk. You're joking. You're joking. The Bad Faith interview was an incredible display of poison intellect by Ryan Cohen. That interview was a fucking hit job. RC didn't fall for it and instead pushed back, asking if they'd read it, putting them on the defensive by calling into question their professionalism. That's so funny. Great job, RC. That was my read on it too. Kind of mind-blowing to me how anyone would think otherwise. From Money Grabber 007. You're mind blown how anyone could think otherwise. But the possibility that this guy is grifting, he doesn't have an answer for a simple math question because he's trying to hype up his stock. That there's no realistic way they can get to the amount of money they need to buy eBay. And by the way, if they did, if somehow some banks were willing to loan them on this terrible idea, it would still be horrible because now they're taking on $30 billion plus in debt for a $10 billion company to buy eBay. That shit's wild, bro. Einstein lives and he lives again. That's a great clip. Thanks for sharing that. That was really fun. Hey, big guy, been lurking YouTube videos since 23. First time caller here. First time shadow privilege. I'll have to answer your question. Do you think slides into right-wing populism or populism generally is inevitable whenever there are hard times for regular people? Yes, I do. I don't think it's right-wing, it's left-wing and right-wing. I think it's populism. I think it's, you go back to the 20s or whatever, huge rise in fascism and communism. It's extreme ideologies come out in these moments because the system is breaking and people want radical change. It's the rage, it's the extremes. And the center cannot hold. There's a great, what's the poem by Yeats? The Second Coming. Things fall apart, the center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. Oh, it's Yeats. I'm sorry. I thought it was Keats. Is it Yeats? Yates? How do you say his name? Is it Yeat like the rapper? Yates. Like Bill Gates, but it's Bill Yates is what you're saying. That's hype. And instead of being a billionaire, he has $1 billion of poetry knowledge. That's cool. Oh, this is the best part of it. He wrote this between World War I and World War II, when the world was absolutely in the shitter. And everything was just bad. And he said this thing, it was talking about how everything was just unraveling, you know? And he said, the best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. And if that doesn't describe right now, I don't know what to tell you. That is literally our moment. The center cannot hold. Things are falling apart. And people that could probably fix anything are full of self-doubt and retreat. And the people that are the worst of us are passionately intense. They have the best ideas. They're going to save everything. And that's what's happening. I mean, I think that is a byproduct of a system breaking. I was there when he was written. True. What do you think American society will look like in 15 years if AI takes away 10 million jobs? How many people will start disappearing? It depends, right? It really depends. It depends on if the jobs truly disappear. I don't know. I truly don't. This would be the first time, right? This would be the first time that a new piece of tech hadn't created new jobs as it replaced old ones. But AI does feel different. I fully agree with you. It feels different, but we don't know. AI feels like taking jobs, taking nothing back. It's possible. But it's also possible that jobs would reorient it around more human things. It's tough to say. I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't think anyone does. Like streaming? Not necessarily streaming, but I'm trying to visualize what I'm trying to tell you. It's like in a world where certain things become a lot cheaper than other things which are scarce, which are things that require human effort, would be more valuable. And because of that, more people could make a living doing them. Oh, like dog sitting? I mean, I guess that would be one thing. That would be an example. I wonder if trades will get flooded. Yeah, maybe. Definitely in the short term, trades will do well, obviously. But I don't know. It's something we got to watch. We got to keep an eye on. I don't know. It's the big question. It's certain if it doesn't, then everything will radically change. Is GameStop worse than Carvana? No, I don't think so. GameStop is not. I mean, knock on wood. I don't know. I don't think GameStop as a business is fraudulent. GameStop is a failing games retailer that has somehow found a way to stack billions of dollars of cash from idiots. Idiots give them money every time they print new issues of stock, and they have just built a huge cash pile. But that's not a scam. That's not that they haven't like done anything illegal. I think Carvana is an illegal company. I think Carvana is breaking the law. I think if Carvana's books were public, they would all go to jail. I have a different opinion on Carvana. the buying eBay thing feels illegal. It's not illegal. It's stupid. They just don't have the money. So the only way they're going to get the money is with a huge, gargantuan amount of debt. And it was going to be high interest debt because it's risky. The banks aren't going to give them like a sweetheart deal. So they're going to own eBay. I want to explain it like on a fundamental level, like a takeover. All right. Look. You got eBay. Now, eBay makes a certain amount of money. I don't know how much. Maybe we could look it up. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter what it is. Let's say eBay makes $1 billion. Okay? All eBay as it is right now today is $1 billion. No way it makes $1 billion probably, but whatever. That's company. eBay makes $1 billion. All right? You're GameStop, and it's worth. eBay makes $1 billion, and it's worth. What did they say the market cap of it was? 16? eBay market cap. 48? Oh my God. 48 billion. Okay. And it's worth 48 billion. Okay. So it makes $1 billion of profit. Actually, I'll just get the exact numbers so we're not fucking around. eBay made $2 billion in profit. Okay. So eBay makes $2 billion in profit. It's worth as a whole, the company, $2 billion profit a year. The company's worth $48 billion. GameStop, I don't know how much they make. It doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter. They make some amount of money and they're worth, would they say 11? GameStop's worth 11 billion. GameStop, GS. Okay. So if GameStop wants to buy this company, they have to get $48 billion. They can't even pledge all of their stocks. So they don't even have 11. But let's say they have some amount of new shares they can issue and they get, so let's say they borrow, I'm just going to say they borrow $40 billion. $40 billion borrow. And then they put some stock up, some part of their ownership, and they buy this company. Okay. So now eBay is owned by GameStop and it still makes $2 billion a year. But now there is a $40 billion debt overhang with massive yearly interest payments. I don't know the math on what that would be, but it's like $1 billion a year. I mean, it's like the amount they have to pay in interest is gargantuan. So now it's $2 billion minus interest payments. So let's say it's minus $1 billion. So now they've spent all this money to acquire eBay so it makes less profit. The only way this works is if GameStop has some brilliant idea to make eBay better. Do they have some way of making eBay more profitable or bigger? But they don't because they can't even make their own shit work. Do you understand? So eBay AI. So that's why it's just it's just dumb. It's like a big headline grabbing idea, but it doesn't make any sense. eBay is fine on its own. eBay is going to take this deal because if someone offers you a fucking $40 billion in cash, you take it. You'll sell. Fuck it. Cash out. It's their problem now. It's the bank's problem and their problem. It's half cash, half shares. I know that's what he said, but it's not possible. It's not possible to buy a $48 billion company with half cash, half shares, because that would mean $24 billion comes from shares in an $11 billion company. There's no way to make that work. It's not possible. You can't half cash, half shares. Read the website. Not with that attitude. If you would kindly check the website. Did you not notice his leather jacket? I'm sorry. This guy hasn't read R Super Stunk. Make it eBay as an e-girlfriend kind of thing. Holy shit, $10 billion company. Holy shit. eBay rebrands into eBay. And you can find a Valorant duo. That is EBAI. Yeah, that could also work. Just say AI enough. Honestly, if they acquired eBay and turned eBay into a data center company, maybe the whole thing fucking works. Maybe it's somehow it's a fucking data center company that buys NVIDIA chips and rents server space to Anthropic. And somehow that just, they get involved in the circle jerk. Use this Spanish streamer Ibai. Okay, what if it's a Super Bowl ad, right? And it's the Spanish streamer Ibai, and he comes out on the screen and he goes, "My name's kind of similar," and he points to the eBay logo. Holy shit. You got my business. I just hope this eBay thing brings back Roaring Kitty, bro. We need one more time of that coked out 100 millionaire looking like someone's got a gun off camera to do another fucking stream where he's like, "I like the stock. Bye, bye, bye." I'm in it for the long haul as he opens his tab of short-term 1 week call options. That's my favorite part. Listen, I'm a long-term. That shit was incredible. Incredible. Guys, is there something we should watch? Is there something we could maybe learn from? How money works? What's he got? How money works. How money works. What does he have? He's got what the fuck is going on at the Fed, which I think we already covered. Just as a per Atrioc here. He's got, have we made the world too convenient? It has lower views than his other videos, but it sounds interesting. Have we made the world too convenient?
For ourselves.
Let's see.
Have we made things too convenient for ourselves? It sounds like a dumb question, but the user-friendly, experience-optimized, child-safe, seamless, frictionless, forgiving, and intuitive world we have built around ourselves may genuinely be undermining our ability to learn basic concepts, take basic responsibility, and even hold down a basic job. Multiple studies on different areas ranging from personal finance to career skills down to basic critical thinking have highlighted this trend, and unfortunately, it only seems to be getting worse. Modern technology has undoubtedly made our lives more convenient, but that isn't necessarily the problem just by itself.
Fucking
and
love
while it's
scrolling,
easy
bro.
and honestly a little bit funny to point at the kids these days with their iPads and their 6-7s, this by itself is really not that different from what every generation has said about every other generation that came after them since the Industrial Revolution. Not many of you watching would know how to use a city directory to plan out an unknown route.
Bro, I watched the Jarvis video about the fucking AI fruit Instagram thing. It is fucking crazy. I got so many gazillions of views. We're in a wild time, bro. Fruit Love Island, yeah.
Not many of you watching would know how to use a city directory to plan out an unknown route, because almost all of us have a perfectly up-to-date GPS sitting in our pocket at all times.
Okay.
There is arguably no real difference between that and people from the early 1900s not knowing how to start a fire with sticks. In both cases, modern technology had just made those skills irrelevant. So then, what's the difference today? Well, that's what researchers are trying to figure out, because, well, there really is something different today. And there are some theories that are each worth understanding. But there is also the problem of what these tools are actually trying to achieve.
Okay.
Does Facebook actually want you making real connections? Do dating apps want you to find healthy, compatible relationships? Buy now, pay later, making informed financial decisions? call sheet under.
Every one of these companies has my best interest at heart. And I honestly bite your fucking tongue how money works. I don't like your tone. Are you trying to fucking throw dirt on the name of these hardworking job creators?
Understanding statistics, Robinhood beating the market, or, well, yeah, even YouTube, giving you the content you were looking for rather than the entertainment they mindlessly serve you. In a fight between easier and better, it does feel like the market is overwhelmingly favoring easier. And then, of course, above all of these today, there are AI tools that almost certainly have the ability to augment and enhance real thinking and productivity, but are almost universally being sold as a cost-effective way to just replace it. The tools that we have used to make our lives easier have become exponentially more complex, while the tasks they are enabling have become extremely simple by design. So on top of all of this, we should probably also ask ourselves, what happens if we pass down a world that
We're only 15 minutes from the intro being over.
future generations are too dumb to maintain?
Literally tens of millions of kids who may never catch up. And so this has to be, for me, it's like a national emergency.
I'm working, I'm trying to get it back so that we can have this beautiful, look at that angle.
Some folks have been trying to push forward these kinds of.
I fucking hate, please stop watching anyone who does fucking technical analysis talking about lines. It's influencers being like, oh, the angle, this line, this mean, it's astrology, bro. It's astrology. You can always back test it to make it say what you wanted to say.
So that we can have this beautiful, look at that angle.
Right,
some folks have been trying to push forward these kinds of financial markets for years, but it never happened. How did you make this work?
Right now, you need various accounts to trade across all these markets.
There's a continued downturn that accelerated during the pandemic.
I saw today, just a quick interrupt, but I saw that they have the stats on what % of people win on prediction markets. Let's see if I can't get you let's see. Okay, here we got it right here. Turns out it's everyone in my chat is the 0.1% of accounts who take home 67% of the profits. Holy, it's everywhere. This 6-7 is making us ignore the fact that it's I think, don't quote me on this, but I saw it when I was reading the original. This is a worse ratio than gambling websites, a worse payout ratio. So it's just literally a massive amount of losers siphoning all their money to a few insider traders. It's crazy. So you're saying there's a chance?
With little signs of slowing down.
Now, here's some key takeaways that I found in this study. 72% of teens say that they often or sometimes feel peaceful when they're phone less.
When you use Apple Pay, that's real money. That's true American dollars.
Okay.
Saying that shit with tears and like the intense face, like he just figured it out. That's right.
So before we get into exactly how we are conveniencing ourselves into being big dum-dums, we should probably address whether this is even real, or just the same intergenerational bickering that has existed forever. Because, well, for most of modern history, it really has just been a baseless complaint. Every single generation since the Industrial Revolution has looked at the next one and decided that they were softer, lazier, and less capable. And every time, they have been largely wrong. Through the entirety of the 20th century, measured intelligence across the developed world actually rose by about
I know where this is going.
3 IQ points per decade in what psychologists call the Flynn effect. Sure, we stopped learning how to run a printing press, but we built computers that gave us access to an almost infinite library of knowledge, and we got smarter in the fields that counted. This trend had been seen in pretty much every country that had industrialized, until very recently. Since about the mid-2000s, researchers in Norway, Denmark, Finland, the UK, France, Germany, and the Netherlands have all reported the Flynn effect either stalling or reversing. Here in America, the National Assessment of Educational Progress
Check out what happens at 2010.
has shown the biggest decline in reading since 1990 and the first ever score drops in mathematics for school-age students. And the most recent OECD PISA results showed math performance across the developed world falling at a rate that had never been measured before. So, for the first time in the history of actually measuring...
That's wild, huh? Mathematics minus 15 across the entire developed world. Canada, dude. Canada, free fall. I mean, America's probably fucking not even on this list because they're so far down, but... Netherlands, dude, they can't add in the Netherlands, bro. Minus 15 score, 9%. All right.
Falling at a rate that had never been measured before. So, for the first time in the history of actually measuring this stuff, generations really have started getting a little bit dumber over time. And some generations are getting dumber much faster than others. Now, the immediate reaction to this trend is to blame the screens or the kids, but we aren't just getting dumber generation to generation.
The immediate reaction being to blame the kids is crazy. That's wild. They're just inherently stupid. They're just dumb kids, bro. At least you would say the parent. That's so funny to be like, these babies are they're just uncoachable. We just got a dumb batch. Yeah, nothing could have been done, bro. It's just a bad batch.
As time goes on, even older people who weren't raised on a diet of cocoa melons and skibbity toilets have also developed a case of the stupid. This becomes especially fascinating, albeit a little scary, when you consider the environmental factors we are not dealing with today, like leaded gasoline and whatever passed for painkillers back in the day. So there is a little bit more going on here, and there is no silver bullet. There are, however, multiple headwinds that should at least be considered in parallel. The first is that a lot of the modern technology that has been rewarded in the marketplace has not really expanded human capability. It has just removed friction. And removing friction very often removes the very thing that was making people capable in the first place. Take something as simple as balancing a checkbook. Almost nobody on this side of 40 has ever done it, and nobody is mourning that particular chore. But manually reconciling every transaction against a paper statement forced people to actually look at every dollar they had spent. Modern payment systems do the exact opposite of that, and they do it by design. Something like buy now, pay later is specifically engineered to separate a person as much as possible from their spending decisions because the whole business model is to reduce the friction of consumption. Now, we know this is not just a simple anecdote, because these companies use it as a selling point when they are trying to sign retailers up to work with their platform. So they really aren't even trying to hide it. Theoretically, you could export all of your transactions into an Excel sheet at the end of the month and do a proper review. But let's be honest, nobody, Klarna-maxing their Coachella weekend is actually doing that. Klarna-maxing their Coachella weekend.
Coachella? Is this an AI voice? Is how many works in AI voice? Or is he just drunk?
But let's be honest, nobody, Klarna-maxing their Coachella weekend is actually doing that. Apparently this is a thing. Anyway, there is a very good...
Interesting. Well, reach out, HMW. I'm sure it's just a... I mean, I don't think this is his voice, right? Someone's pet... that's fine if it's not his voice, but I just don't want it to be AI voice.
Good reason why ease has become more desirable to investors than capability. The tools we have built to make our lives easier have become extremely complicated and extremely expensive to produce. which means for them to pay for themselves, increasingly their audience has needed to become the product, rather than just the user of the tool.
His other channel has a face, and he talks like this? Oh, that's fine then. We're good. He just didn't know what Coachella is. That's fine. It's actually Ludwig.
Cool. User-friendly and innocent-looking payments mean less thinking, more spending, and ultimately more revenue for the companies designing them. Facebook, TikTok, and yes, even YouTube are not really tools of social connection or entertainment. They are tools to harvest attention and are clearly working. And a lot of other modern tools have been designed to be user-friendly at the direct expense of versatility or practical application. Kids who have grown up with computers their whole lives often have less of a clue how to troubleshoot basic problems or even print a document, because the tablets they grew up on were designed to hide the plumbing behind a clean interface. Now, none of this is inherently a bad thing. Convenience is good, and we shouldn't be manufacturing difficulty just for the sake of it.
Yep.
But being able to simply figure things out, adapt
Intro almost up.
when something doesn't work perfectly, and take basic responsibility for our own actions is a huge part of the value that humans currently bring to the workforce, the economy, and society in general. When every tool we interact with is designed to require less of us, it should not be a surprise that we end up having less to give. And the consequences of that have already started showing up across 3 distinct areas of the economy, each worse than the last. So it's time to learn how money works to find out what happens when we build a world too convenient to get out of. Speaking of convenience, the reason every app, every checkout page, and every subscription button feels suspiciously easy these days is not an accident. It's marketing psychology, and the people who study it know exactly which buttons in your brain to push. If you want to see how all of this gets made, the team at HubSpot put together a free guide called
Check
The
out
Science
HubSpot.
Quietly Reward. So these incentives have been quietly rewarding the easier is better model for decades now, and the consequences are starting to show up in a few places we really can't afford them. And the first of those is in the workplace. Younger generations are, according to more or less every industry survey over the last 2 years, struggling at work. A survey from Intelligent.com.
Bro, I don't need a survey. I just need to listen to my chat for 2 seconds. Every one of you talks about how you fucking slack off and hate your job. Everyone in my chat's like, fuck this, bro. 6767. Yeah, but I'm a millennial. No, you got no excuse then. Gen Z hires need a lot of mentoring. They may need very specific guidance about what to wear, how to write an appropriate business email, or how to speak up in a meeting. Yeah, maybe. I'm sure they can wear something fine. Speaking up in a meeting, though, is a problem, I think. Everyone's got to learn. But I think there is a sense of younger people in the workforce not knowing. I was trying to talk about this earlier. I couldn't find the right words. Not knowing how to have a conversation that is conflicting but not adversarial. Like how to push back on something but without it being a problem. I don't think they have that ability. I think that is a legitimately hurt. Yeah, like a mildly uncomfortable conversation, but that is like needs to happen. Easy. Speak slightly louder every sentence until somebody hits their vocal limit. That's it. All right, you're fine then. Yeah, that's it. What you do is you just have to speak louder and louder and louder. You are wrong and a moron. You got me there. You got me there, big guy.
Last year found that 47% of managers cited a lack of initiative as a serious problem with recent hires, and nearly 4 in 10 employers said they now actively prefer older workers over recent grads, even after accounting for the—
Oh, dude, also initiative. Okay, I'm gonna put you on some with no disrespect, but I'll put you on some game, right? Okay. Here's the deal. If you got an employer, right? And they tell you, what's a good example for this? they tell you to do something. All right. Like I don't know. Go down to the finance team and get the numbers for this Q3 project and bring them back here, or you know, whatever. Just something you got to do. All right. Unpaid over. No, it's not. It's nothing you're saying. It's not that people aren't trying to do their jobs. All right. So you'll do the job. You'll go, and then if there's any roadblock at all, you will often go back to the original person and ask about the roadblock. Do you know what I'm saying? Not start crying, not quit the job. It's like it's like a learned helplessness. It's like an inability to just go for the result. It's very process oriented, where it's like, I'm going to do this, exactly what you told me. And then if there's anything problem, I go back to you and you have to solve that. You have to tell me what to do to solve that. And then if that has a problem, you know, it's like back and forth. And so the person is kind of just doing the job themselves, but through you. Okay. And you can do that if you want, but you know, I'm saying, but if you want, I just think it's really helpful if you're trying to like rise up. And I'm not saying you have to do that anymore. Fucking world's in a weird place. But if you're trying to like gain more responsibility or get a promotion or whatever, then what you kind of have to do is figure out what is the result the person is asking for, and then take some initiative on trying to find ways around roadblocks to get it done. You can, and if you're really good at it, and I wasn't even that good at this third part. If you're really good at it, if you're truly, then you're communicating constantly, but without needing their sign off. So it's like, you might send a quick email back being like, hey, just heads up, hit a roadblock. I'm going to be doing this, this, and this to get around it. And like, you know, keep it updated later. Like that is the God tier. This is not this new generation. Yeah, it's not. My examples are not from Gen Z because I didn't work with a lot of Gen Z. I'm giving examples of just like people who have this idea that I think is maybe becoming more common in Gen Z. My examples are from people who were millennials, to be honest. But it's just generally true that like if you're given a task, there's two different ways to go about it, and both sound like you're doing the job, but one of them is like a huge pain in the ass to manage, and one is like helpful. You're like a helpful part of the team. Even worse than hit a roadblock and straight up don't do the task. Well, here's the worst thing. So let's say it's like I tell you to do something. I'm like, hey, can you I don't know. Can you take the numbers from finance and make a report for this thing by Wednesday of next week? And you go, yep, sure, I'm on it. And then you go out there, you can't get the numbers as a roadblock. And then Wednesday rolls around and you go, hey, I couldn't do it. There was a roadblock. That's the worst possible thing you can do. Because you've waited the full week. And now you're telling me at the end that there's a problem. And so now it's like, okay, we have a new deadline. Here's how you solve that problem. Go do it. It's do you know what I'm saying? So there's like this lack of communication and initiative. And you know, if you're quiet quitting, all the best to you. I'm not trying to fucking say everyone's got to fucking girl boss it. I'm just telling you, if you are genuinely interested in like how you're trying to climb the ladder or whatever, and you don't know how, that is something I would take a look at. Because you do it the right way a couple times, all of a sudden, it's a really rare skill, to be honest. All of a sudden, you're the go-to. Now you have a lot of leverage. Anyway, that's a little update. May have a lot more work and no more pay. Possibly, definitely. Yeah, that's why it gets beaten out of some people for sure. But usually I mean, the strat is generally to get a promotion with the extra responsibility, and the promotion doesn't come with a lot of extra pay, but the promotion lets you job hop to a much better pay. That's like the GOAT strategy. You get more work and same pay at the current job, but it lets you get more pay and less work at the other job.
The expectation of higher salaries. Now again, every generation of managers in history has complained that their new hires are soft, but the specific nature of the—
Is that what you did? I mean, you know, I'll give you an example of something I did where, like, there was this initiative internally at Twitch. They called it dog fooding. It comes from Amazon. It was kind of right after the Amazon takeover. And the idea was like, hey, internally at Twitch, we need to use Twitch more. How can we know what our streamers are thinking if we're never using it? We need to like use the product more so we know where it was right and what's wrong with it. It's called dog fooding, just to eat your own dog food, which is, I think it's an ugly term, but and so there was like this push on that. And internally I was on the marketing team. They were like, how can we use Twitch to like promote Twitch? So I didn't just like wait to be told how that's going to happen and how that's going to be my job. Like I was like, that's the goal of the senior leaders. So I came up with the idea for this show, Twitch Weekly, where we would like do a show from the Twitch office every week talking about what's the big broadcast coming up on Twitch. And I pitched it and I made a whole thing, and then we got it kicked off. And then because of that, I was this fucking 21-year-old kid who's in this shit job, which was covering the front page. They let me co-host the show because I was permitted. And because of that, I got more responsibility. Now I'm co-hosting the show. Now CEO is watching the show. He sees me on the show. Now he knows me in the hallway. Now I'm ho-hosting. Yeah, you fucking got me. So this is just an example. But it gave me some opportunities within the company that allowed me to get indoors I couldn't have got in. It was also like a 2014 tech job. Yeah, I'm not saying that I wouldn't have gotten the door. I got the door because it was 2014. I'm just saying within the company, other people were in the company too, right? But I was able to rise because of that. I'm just telling you. You can take the game or not take it, bro. I'm not trying to yuck your yums on shit that sucks. I'm just telling you this is real advice and it works. I wasn't like an insane workaholic either. It gets you more visibility. Anyway.
Complaint this time is different. These workers have spent their entire lives being coddled in the role of student and consumer, which meant every awkward decision was handled for them long before they ever had a first day on the job. Both of those roles have been aggressively re-engineered over the last 2 decades to remove every possible moment of ambiguity. Teachers grade on rubrics that are published in advance. Learning apps tell people exactly which button to press next. Dating apps remove the awkward human element of approaching someone in person. Food delivery apps remember your order. And investment apps round up your spare change and invest it on your behalf.
Okay.
Unironically, many consumers report feeling overwhelmed by the choice of what piece of content to watch on their preferred streaming service, so they just give up and go back to scrolling through content that is picked for them. And I mean, I personally want to sound superior to this point, but I have absolutely done this myself.
Sure, who hasn't?
Every single one of these improvements has quietly removed a moment where—
The problem is, dude, this is the mental fucking breakdown. Scrolling. I don't scroll Netflix, but it's the pirated version of all the streaming services. But like, say scrolling Netflix, everything you click is such a commitment. Scrolling's almost more fun. It's the idea of a show or the idea of a movie. But clicking it is like, oh, now I got this 7 seasons to get through. It's like a fucking, it's like a lottery ticket. It's more fun to think of the idea of finding the right show. You have ADHD? I legitimately don't. I legitimately don't have ADHD. I'm dumb. You could say I'm dumb. But I legitimately don't. I think it's I think ADHD might be a little overdiagnosed. Yikes, I'll say it. I think it's a little overdiagnosed. I think most people have the same thing, which is that phones are just fucking hurting your attention span. I think it's pretty fucking normal, bro. I don't think it's not real. I think it's overdiagnosed, though.
A person used to have to stop, figure something out, and decide for themselves. Then on day one of their actual job, somebody hands them a task with no rubric, no tutorial, no autoplay, and no obvious right answer, and asks them to go and figure it out, which feels like a character flaw, right up until you realize it's the exact behavior their entire upbringing rewarded. And the really awkward bit for employers is that being genuinely good at just figuring things out is genuinely one of the most valuable skills anybody can bring to any career. It is the exact thing managers have usually trusted humans over software to do, because software, by its nature, still struggles with a problem it hasn't seen before. Although, unfortunately, if the studies are to be believed, we are simultaneously getting worse at this while the clankers are getting better. But more on that later. Which brings us to the second problem, and it starts much earlier than anybody's first job. The iPad Kid meme has
software. Nah, all my fits are hard. Bro, just shut up. Why you gotta fit that in? Clanker can't do that. Facts, dude. Facts. That's a human job. Let me tell you something. I'd like to see a Clanker make that comment.
Started being a measurable phenomenon. Across the developed world, there is a clear trend of declining, but more importantly, diverging test scores. The OECD's latest PISA results showed that math scores across its member countries fell by roughly 15 points between 2018 and 2022. That was the single largest consecutive drop since the test was first administered. Now, even though this did fit into a longer-term trend,
Nations Report Card, 12th grade math F, 12th grade reading F, 8th grade science F. At least we're consistent. Fuck, dude. F for fantastic.
The larger than average drop could have been written off as one-time effects of COVID teaching from home, but the concerning detail was that these test scores didn't fall evenly. The NAEP found that the top-performing students largely held their ground while the bottom-performing students fell off a cliff, suggesting that the convenience economy isn't dragging everybody down equally. It is dragging down the kids with the least ability to push back against it. The remote learning shakeup didn't affect all students equally either. For advanced and already disciplined students, it was largely fine. A quiet room and a laptop let them learn at their own pace without classroom distractions. For underperforming students, well, it gave them much easier access to Fortnite instead.
And they learned
User-friendly and highly engaging technology is generally hard to snap yourself out of, even for fully grown adults who should, in theory, have better self-control than.
There's definitely some truth to this I've been thinking about lately. I think there's like this dream ideal. I don't have a solid opinion on this. I'm just thinking out loud, so bear with me. There's this dream ideal that even I've had at points in my life where it's like everyone should be free to, it's like, I don't know. It's like, who cares if gambling is widely available on your phone? Like, it's self-control. Like, but it's just interesting because I think society is better when we put roadblocks on some of the worst choices humans can make. Do you know what I'm saying? I think there are people who have self-control and largely would benefit from like, I'm not saying I have self-control. I fucking played 12 hours of Warcraft the other day. I don't have self-control. But when it comes to something like gambling, I'm not a problem gambler. I don't have no problem with that. So like for me, being able to like place a bet in Vegas now and then is like fun. There's no risk. So it's like I like that freedom. But I also think like, man, maybe limiting my freedom a little bit to make it so that a broad swath of people don't fuck their life up is worth it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like It's hard because sometimes governments will go too far with this. So it's ever fucking struggled balancing act. But I think, another thing I've been thinking about lately is with weed legalization. Like when as a younger man, I was a big pusher for that. I still am. I still think it should be legal. I think weed should be legal. But the reason I wanted it was because it's like, why are we locking people up over a fucking dime bag of weed? Like, it's insane. We're ruining people's lives over weed. It's like, I want to stop throwing people in jail over weed. But now that weed is legal, it's people doing it all the fucking time. And it's like the most fucking heinous strains of pure THC. It's like people are just melting or frying their brain. And so I don't know. It's like, I wish there was a middle ground where people could just fucking do it responsibly. It's tough, bro. That's tough. New stranger giving people schizophrenia. Yeah, I mean, they're getting so insanely potent now. And people don't have self-control on it, so they're going insane with it. They can get it super easily available. And it's like, I think it's better than locking people up, but it's not what I wanted when I wanted legal weed, I just feel like society, like, I feel like this is going to sound, I apologize if you're religious, but I feel like this universal rule is why religions were created back in the day. I think it's because people need a forcing function for regular people they need something. I think this is why this exists. And so we got rid of all that stuff, and then we got rid of the rules too. And now it's like, I think the average person, and I'm saying average, like I don't think I'm above it in any way. I just think some people are more susceptible. And I think this shit is just ripping apart some groups, some people. Bring back Satan, you know what I mean? Yeah, anyway, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. It's not a hard and fast rule. I don't know where I stand on it, but I just get a sense lately that shit that might work for someone who's got everything together and is in a good spot in life is horrible for someone who's struggling. It's like a horrible rule. Like, having the freedom they can't resist it as easy because they don't have the stability. Like Klarna? Yeah, like Klarna. I think Klarna shouldn't exist, bro. Like, if you're 100% locked in your finances, then Klarna, I guess, is like a little convenient thing. Spread your payment out. You still shouldn't do it probably, but its availability is so damaging for those who don't. This guy thinks debt is a bad thing. Debt is what you make it, bro. I've always believed that debt used productively is an incredible force multiplier. The problem is that most humans don't use it productively, and that includes governments. They don't. They waste it. And then when you don't use it productively, you are making the future version of yourself or your country worse, and to help you out now. Anyway, let's finish this video, and then I'm gonna watch The Boys.
And a teenager.
Play one Warcraft game, probably. One Warcraft game.
Actually removing these distractions takes either serious self-discipline or serious parental discipline. And for a lot of households, that second one is a luxury they simply cannot afford. A single parent working 2 jobs is not going to police screen time the same way a wealthier household can, when they can afford a stay-at-home parent, private tuition, or a school that has banned phones entirely. So the class gap compounds. Wealthier kids are more likely to end up in environments that still make them figure things out. Everybody else is more likely to end up in environments explicitly designed to never ask them to. And then on top of all of this, we have AI, which is the third and probably the biggest of these compounding problems. In theory, large language models are a genuinely powerful learning tool. For a disciplined student or professional, they can explain a concept a dozen different ways. Simulate tutoring. And
I genuinely believe this. I genuinely believe it's the greatest learning tool ever created. And I know it sounds crazy because it's ruining schools. But like, I think, I've taught things to people. The thing that inhibits most people from learning is fear of asking a question when they don't know. And then the worst thing is they ask a question, you explain it, and they still don't know, but now they're too afraid to ask the follow-up. That happens a lot. People ask one clarifying question, they get a response, and it's like, that didn't quite do it, but they can't do it again. There's a social, and AI lets you ask and 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 ask until you get it. Which, by the way, I had to do when I was reading fucking Capital because I hate the way he writes. And I had to like really drill down. I had to ask a lot of questions, but it's worth it because then eventually you get to the fucking answer. And it's a good learning tool. And I think that's powerful. But the problem is it also just does it for you. And people can't resist that very easily. It also just does it for you.
A lot of the drudgery out of real knowledge work. Sure, they like to make a lot of shit up on the fly.
Asking is the best way to learn. Asking is a helpful way to learn, but the true best way to learn is friction, which means you need to quiz yourself. So also the great thing the AI can do is once you think you know it, you can ask it to quiz you, and then you find out if you really know it. Then you test yourself. And that's how you actually learn something. You need to have that friction and that back and forth. Your brain has to be like trying to think about it and realize, oh wait, I don't actually know what I thought I knew. And then that's how you fucking learn. You do that a couple times, it'll be stuck in your brain forever.
But so do regular human educators, and some models can be asked to provide sources and citations along the way. In practice, well, that's not really how most people have been using them. The Digital Education Council's 2024 survey found that 86% of university students now use generative AI in their studies.
Best way to know if you know is try to teach someone else. Fucking true, bro. If you think you know something, you ever tried to do this? I mean, I've done it. Fucking I stream. I talk about things all the time. I've probably done it in front of thousands of people. But you ever try to teach something and you realize 5 minutes in, you don't know it? Like if you can't explain it in simple terms, you don't really know it. So you start putting in some jargon. I don't think I do this. I don't think I do this recently, but I think I remember doing this like this felt distinct for me in early marketing Mondays, like 2020, 2021, 2020. I feel like I would be like, fuck, I should say something smart here. And like I've learned since then, it's like you want to be as simple as possible and drill it before you go live. That's for me. Like you want to know it. I wouldn't say 3 lines, but I would say, I can't think of an example, but I just think I remember being like, I don't actually know the answer to that in 21.
And separate research from best colleges found that more than half of them used it specifically to cheat an assignment or an exam. Teachers trying to catch this are fighting an arms race they are quietly losing, because the detection tools are themselves wrong enough to be effectively useless in a disciplinary setting, which has led to an entire cohort of students passing through school.
Detection tools are fucking stupid. Any teacher watching this, don't use an AI detector. Literally, just hand them the paper and say, explain it to me. Or hold the paper and be like, can you just explain what you wrote? And that is it. That's the only thing you have to do. They'll crack. They'll fold insta. They will fold insta. For anyone you know that did it. Okay? There's no getting around that. Everything else is like they can easily weasel out of it. You're not giving the paper? Yeah, just be like, can you explain what you wrote? Point to some words they used. Can you explain what that word means?
Without ever doing the exact activity that used to build the figuring things out muscle in the first place. And the job market has gone through a mirror image of the same thing. Applicants use AI to fire off hundreds of customized resumes and cover letters a week. Employers respond by running their own AI filters over the resulting flood of applications, rejecting most of them before a human ever sees them. The end result is a hiring process where a machine is writing the application, another machine is reading it, and a real human is just getting a polite email saying, "We have decided to go in another direction." And while all of this is happening, AI is being sold to schools as a cost-effective way to replace teachers, and to companies as a cheap way to replace their junior workers who would, on a normal career path, have been the ones actually doing the work that teaches people how to fix.
I haven't heard AI being used as a replacement for teachers or like as a cost-effective way to replace teachers. I didn't see that. I'm not saying it wouldn't happen. I didn't see it. But just to fucking put a hole in that, it's like the teachers are the last thing that we need to be worried about cutting costs on or replacing. And this is not like a, holy shit, big A, you're so base for teachers. It's just that all of the money that goes to schools goes to administrators. It's like 80-20. It's like 80% of school funding goes to administrative staff. You can, if you're going to cut something, cut that. Like the teachers are getting such a small percentage. And like trying to shave that off for AI is crazy. You could do the administrative job with AI much more likely. That's almost much easier to handle.
Figure things out. Every layer of the system that used to teach people how to think through an unfamiliar problem is being quietly removed.
Don't get me wrong. I've often said this. Teachers are the greediest people in America, okay? They should work harder for less. I always say that and I do believe it. Don't get my meaning twisted, okay? They're the robber barons of our time. I just think in this specific case, maybe it's
moved and sold back to us as progress. Now, there is an obvious fix to almost all of this. You could put friction back in. Harder curricula with no open book policies, phones out of school, real consequences for AI cheating, hiring processes that involve
phones out of school. I saw a good stat today. When they remove the phone from the school, where'd I put this? I don't think I have it. There's just a proven connection with higher test scores, but also they had a happiness thing where it was like when the phones are removed from schools, the happiness goes like this, down and then way up. There's an initial period where the kids are more unhappy because they're like, what the fuck do I do? I don't have a phone. And they get way happier. So I think there's just an overwhelming amount of evidence to get phones out of schools. And the only thing stopping it is parents who desperately want to talk to their fucking kids, partially because of school shootings, which is a bigger fucking can of worms, but
involve an actual human reading an actual piece of work from an actual candidate, financial products that actually make you look at what you are spending before you spend it, and programs that prioritize functionality over ease of use. Almost none of this is going to happen, and the reasons why are not mysterious. The market rewards the frictionless.
Teachers should be forced to stream so that parents can sit back and chat in real time and give feedback. Dude. Every kid's class being live streamed so the parents can watch during their workday and leave angry comments in the chat. You can backseat the teacher. Yes, dude, that's what we need. Yes. Anytime their son or daughter raises their hand to answer a question and gets it wrong, the parent in the chat freaking out. Pay more attention to my child. How do we add gambling to this? Well, then obviously this live stream is only really interesting to parents, right? But what if anyone can watch the live stream and they can bet on which kid will get the best grade? That way it's fun for anyone. Now the school can take a cut of that. Now we can fund the schools of everybody in the world gambling on little Timmy in the math class. So much insider trading? That's par for the course nowadays. Sounds fun.
Product, and any single business that tries to add friction back in loses instantly to a competitor that doesn't. Parents cannot win a technology war against companies with literal billions of dollars and teams of behavioral scientists engineered specifically to keep their kids engaged. Regulators who, to put it generously, are at least a generation older than the technology they are meant to regulate have no real framework for any of this.
But that there is a school system that's going to start making sure that first graders or even pre-Ks have A1 teaching, every year starting, that far down in the grades. And that's a wonderful thing.
And budget cuts to public schools mean that every education system is leaning harder into AI, not less. Because a chatbot that costs
A1
nothing
teaching,
will
baby.
always win the line item fight against a human teacher that costs a salary. From the market's point of view, things are already working exactly as intended. And if you want further proof of that, go and watch this video next to find out how we are slowly becoming.
Fun video from How Money Works. Kind of a lot of topics. That was a smorgasbord. Okay. I am going to play one game of Warcraft III, I think. Then I'm going to watch The Boys. That's the plan, and I'm sticking to it. Now, if you don't know, my Warcraft 3 arc has been fast and furious. I have been learning the game. I've got a German coach named Kevin who has been teaching me, and I'm currently 1255 elo. Pretty damn good. 57% win. Where's Hera at? 1237. Loser. Loser. 1237, bro. My God. In the fucking dumpster. Yikes. Oh, God. I got a queue instantly. Wait, I'm fighting a fucking night elf mirror? Okay. Wait, I got to lock in. Wait. Fuck it. I got to lock in. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. I'm stressed. I don't know where to creep on this map. What is this fucking map? Wait, I'm sweating. No, wait. What is this map? Boulder Vale? Oh my God. All right, wait. Fucking lock in. The problem is with Night Elf, unlike the other easy races, you really have to know exactly your plan on every map for what creep you're going to take, because this fucking Ancient War has to be built right next to it. And if you do the wrong one, I bet it was probably this one, huh? I have no idea. I don't know what the right one is. I don't know creep route. You did the wrong one? I know I did. Because this has no fucking items. This is only a tome. So I know I did the wrong one, bro. Pissing me off. My own stupidity. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. It's all gravy. It's all gravy. It's all gravy. Okay, lock in, big dog. Shoot. Scoot. Hit this. Walk, hit. Walk, hit. Walk, hit. Eat. Hit. Why are you not on the fucking trees? Get on the trees!
Your building is complete.
Holy Christ. This is what you'd call in the business a fucking disaster.
Our warriors have more lumber in required.
Come on.
More lumber is required. More lumber is required.
Come on! Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Everybody's freaking out, but we're actually fine. I'm not even worried.
Insufficient gold.
Oh, no. Wait, no. Where do I creep? What do I creep on this fucking dog shit map? Oh, I'm losing. I'm losing the game. Fuck, dude. Where do you creep on this dog shit map? I'm miffed. I'm miffed, bro. What is this guy doing? Oh, man. I'm in trouble.
Point the way. Fair enough. All too easy.
I'm in trouble, big dog.
Your building is complete.
I'm just gonna buy an item. I'm gonna go go for the wisps. I don't know what's happening. Go, big dog, go! Oh. Get in there.
On your mark, I'll give it a shot.
Get in there.
Your building is complete.
Point the way.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Uh-huh. This guy's 100% gonna just fuck me up. Oh, wisp.
Insufficient gold. Insufficient gold. Insufficient gold.
No! Run. Back in there. Run.
Done. Fair enough. Waiting on you. Your move. Say no. The time has come. Revenge. On your mark. Cry havoc.
Insufficient gold.
Uh-oh. We wanna leave.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Waiting on you. One shot. One kill.
Come on. Yeah! Yeah! Okay. We're working it.
Point the way. Fair enough.
Okay. I can't afford a second hero, which I'm sure is not a problem.
Your building is
Say no more.
Your building is complete.
Oh man, I really can't afford a second hero though. I really can't afford a second hero. We're fine, right? We're fine. We're fine. I just need a second hero, though. For real. Come on. How much do I need? 425. 425. 425.
Research finished.
Gonna get in there. We're gonna buy. We're gonna buy.
Grove is being desecrated.
Uh-huh. Get out. Get out. Get out!
I saw the will shall be done.
The time has come. Though I be damned, Anatoranadur. Last Doranakal. Quickly.
I grow anxious.
Late thirst. Your blood. None.
Okay.
We must act quickly, Doranakal. Run for your life.
Which one's the real one? Yup. We got him. We got him. We won. GG! GG! All right. All right. A little bit of micro in the game. Uno Mas? That was a quick one, but I think I'm good. Yeah, we were just harassing him, bro. We were just harassing. I prepared a poem for if you lost. As a quick one. They're all quick ones, bro. That's what's fun about this game. It's just a quick, it's a fucking high intensity hero fight, micro fight, and then it's over. 12:59. One more. One more. It's a really fun game. Only 9 o'clock. One more. Uh-oh. What the fuck happened? Log me out. Wait, what happened? Game crashed? Undead. Undead! 12:52! Wait. A good undead player? I'm scared. Wait, I don't know where I'm going. Dude, where do you creep on this fucking map? I gotta learn creep routes, bro. It's crazy. I'm always just I'm picking it out on the fly. I'm just picking the nearest green dot. This looks fine. Looks fine. There's item. Hera just lost to this guy? I'll show him how it's done. Don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, Hera. Old Atrioc will show you how to beat this guy. Don't you worry. A little elbow grease. That's all it takes. Put a little work in, you know? It's like my good friend The Rock used to say. We stay hungry. No, it's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. We devour.
Create more moons. Your building.
I think you have to investigate.
Your building is complete.
Okay. It's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. We devour. Oh! Come on.
I stand ready. Point the way.
Eat, 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 eat.
One shot, one kill. Done. Say no more.
Okay. Get out there.
We can't go there.
Okay. It's a little trick for population space.
Your building is complete.
And I think we can fit one more in. One more wisp for the fans. Okay.
Warriors have engaged the enemy.
Yeah, good start. Good start. Good start. Okay. Nice item. Okay.
Fair enough.
That's a 4. That's a 3.
I stand ready.
At last,
We get one more.
I stand ready. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Sorry, I'm so fucking locked in. It's crazy. think that's all the ones I need. Come on. Come on, Brandon. Come on. Come on. Where are we going? Oh, there he is. Can I kill this? Oh, hello. Are you fast expanding? He's fast expanding!
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
On your mark.
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Come on. Come on. Oh, I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up so bad. Oh, I fucked up. Wait, I fucked up so bad. Wait. Oh no, I fucked up in an incredible, possibly terribly insurmountable way. There it is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I fucked up in a really bad way.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Oh my god.
Your building is
Come on.
our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Oh my god. Wait. I think I'm fucking lost. I think it's game, bro. Oh, man!
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Point the way.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I guess theoretically. No, I still think I lose.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Dude, it's so frustrating. Oh my goodness! I fight till the end. I fight till the fucking end, bro. I fight till the end. How else can we do damage? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how else we do damage, but we're gonna find a way. We're gonna fucking find a way.
Is it time?
Hit this.
sacred grove is being desecrated.
Ah! Damn, bro.
Your building is complete. Taste my steel.
Fuck me.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Ah, the great outdoors.
You know what I can do? Oh my, wait, whoa. You know what I could do is,
Are we being invaded?
need one more of these. Oh, no, I don't think I can win this game, no matter what I do. I think my game is fucking over.
Create more moonlight.
At last, the time has come.
I will not be
We
trifled.
can kill this. We can kill this.
Your building is complete.
That's what we can do.
My blade thirsts. None.
Just get items. Just get items. Just get items. Just get items. Get items. Get items.
Your building is complete.
Though I be damned.
Hold up. Lock the fuck in. Lock the fuck in. No, 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 no. Get back in the base. Go, 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 go. Fucking idiot! Stupid asshole, fucking dog shit player. Fucking dog shit, fast expanding, fucking undead. Can't micro for shit, just throws fucking endless waves of pure units at you. Stupid, dumb, goofy ass player. It's okay though. It's okay. Nope, that's one person.
Yes. For the Empress.
Uh-huh.
Where shall I strike?
Is there trouble?
Uh-huh. Yep. Just fucking keep on moving.
Create more moonlights. Create more moonlights.
We're so close.
Quickly. None.
Is he fighting over there? Go, go, creep jack his ass.
Our warriors
building is
Our warriors have engaged
I'm awake.
insufficient.
I'm awake. I'm awake. At once. Command me. Where shall I strike? Of course. Our time is short.
Insufficient gold.
Quickly. We must act.
Oh, man. I am cooked like a fucking brisket.
Your blood is my strength is yours.
But it's okay. It's okay, Brandon.
Create more moons.
We must act.
It's okay.
I'm awake. I'm awake. Anudura.
Your man.
Our time is short. My strength is yours. We must act.
I need better items. I need better items. I need better items. I need better items.
At last. Anatoranador. Quickly, Toranakal. At last, though I be damned.
Oh, Brandon, this sucks.
Our warriors have engaged. Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
At last.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Is it Yes. I grow anxious to act. For the Empress. Brilliant. By your command.
Uh-huh. I think he's going to the fucking red thing, isn't he?
Your building is complete.
Quickly.
Our will shall be done.
My path is clear.
Research finished.
Okay, Brandon. Take the good with the bad, the happy with the sad. You know what they say?
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Fuck!
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Stupid fucking dumbass player. God, what a piece of shit. What a piece of absolute shit. Oh my God, the way this guy plays. I lost. I lost. Piece of shit, dude. Dirty fucking ass player. Oh, God. VOD review? No, I just need to fucking... He got the expo. That's I just got that fast expo myself, I guess. Oh, so lame. Can't end on a loss? No, I can't end on a loss, I think. Yeah, I should have expoed instantly. But I should have done. But I didn't want to. I wanted to punish the expo. All right. New Odyssey trailer. Bro, I never understand the obsession with watching every new trailer for a movie you already want to see as they come out, and you get more and more spoiled. You get more and more of the visually seen. Just don't watch, don't fucking watch it. You're gonna watch the movie. Say, I want to see nothing. I'm going in blind. Okay, but new Harry Potter? Well, in that case, I kind of want to watch the trailer so I don't have to watch the show. I want to watch the show so I can comment on it, but I don't actually want to watch the fucking show. All right, I think I'm going to end here and watch The Boys. That would be fun to me. So I guess I'll raid Hera if he's still going. He's on a grind sesh, huh? I'll raid Hera. You see the Spurs lost? It's going to be so awesome when Lakers beat OKC. Guaranteed. All right, guys. Raid Hera. I'm going to be on... actually, damn, can I even... When does the Boys episode drop? I'm not even sure I can watch it tonight. I got to prep for the fucking pod tomorrow. It's on Wednesday. 5 is out, but 6 is on Wednesday. I think I have to watch it tomorrow, unfortunately. Sorry for Boys Stay-Uppers, but I actually have to learn about the Elon Musk trial for tomorrow for the pod. That's one thing I really can't skip. I can't show up without my prep on the main topic. So I guess I'll have to watch it tomorrow, I think. And then we'll be caught up. All right, guys. Sorry. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow. 777777777. Peace. We're gonna rate Hera. Bye.